What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the members of the channel. Shout out to the Point of View crew and Trip on This. I apologize full blast for my absence this last week. That's not what I'm about, homeboy. Prison POV is a very active channel. Videos, shorts, lives, community tabs. For me to just disappear and put the channel in a drought for a week is not what I'm about, homeboy. I don't know what that is, but it ain't me. So I apologize for it. Just a little tidbit to let you know what I've been dealing with. We have had house guest for last week or so. Yeah, house guest. And you know, homeboy, well, hopefully you don't know, but if you do, you know that nothing will throw your program off quicker than house guest. Especially I have dogs. My dog's not used to seeing other people other than the people who live here. So house guests throw my dogs off. Bro, that throw the program off. Know what I mean? Hey, homeboys, I apologize for my absence. We're going to pick it up from here and go full blast. Right here is my favorite video to do, a viewer's choice. Now, you're going to see all kinds of stuff on the wall. Beginning of my videos, I used to do all the shout-outs. We're not going to do shout-outs at the beginning no more. What I will let you know, all you need to know at the beginning of a video when it comes to this wall is I have 87 members, and I'm very proud of those members. I'm very proud of the Prison POV membership program we put together. 87 members with 75 street soldiers, 7 key holders, and a lifer. And I did a members only live today. Also, I'd like to draw your attention to Superbox Colorado store, which is a cable box I'm pushing. More on that later. And then also right here is this upcoming videos. This week we're going to have North Daniels lose their house, Resident Slices a Homie, and Black Southsiders. Those are just some upcoming videos. The rest of the shout-outs, stay till the end so you can hear all about those. Now let's just kick it off with this viewer's choice video. Ciao! Dude, this is my favorite kind of video to do. Dude, you already know. Because this is a video that we do together. You know what's up. You send in the questions. I have the brutal task of trying to narrow down all those great questions into a viewer's choice video. You know what? You guys make me... Bro, you guys put me through it every single time. What do you mean, Splinter? Because the questions are so good, I'd like to use them all. It's difficult having to narrow it down and just pick a handful of it. Dude, it's difficult. A lot of the videos, a lot of the questions are just going to make it to a full-length video. If you don't see your question right here... Don't trip, I'm probably just going to make a full-length video out of it. Because it was that good, homeboy. But look, these are some great questions. Let's just kick it off. Let's push forward. Let's get down. Let's do the damn thing. Trip on this. Viewer's choice video. Shout out to Schizo Silva. He's been with us for a long time. He has a channel. He makes music. Push his thumbnail and go check him out. Hey, trip on this though. Schizo Silva said, times that cops came in and searched your cell and came up empty-handed. Left, assed out, homeboy, came up short with nothing. First, let me say to answer that question, that I've had my house hit 10 times at least by cops, county jail and prison, and had a filetto in my cell that they did not find. Because I have the best place in the world. I know the best place to hide a knife in a cell, bro. The best place. Now, I'm not going to say it right here for obvious reasons. But if you hit me up on Instagram or write me a letter or call me, I'll tell you in a one-on-one, if I know you and got love for you, that is. I'm not going to announce it to the world, but I know the best place to hide a knife in a cell. And many a time, cops have come in there, bro, and left with nothing because they didn't find the filetto, homeboy. But another time, dude, Schizo Silva, when I was living with the homeboy Jammer, I moved in with them. We're in F-Pod, which is the North Daniels building, but I go into F2, and the Pisces had ran the North Daniels out. You're going to hear about that pretty soon. North Daniels lose their house. So the Pisces ran the North Daniels off, homeboy. I go up in there. Jammer's my cellie. I have a pouch of tobacco that I scored at court. Jammer has a 16th or so of meth in our cell. So we're kicking back, smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden the cops just rush in to hit us. I don't have time to hide my tobacco. He doesn't have time to hide his meth. Everything's just out. When the cops do a search, bro, they come deep and they come fast and they come hard and they don't give you time to hide nothing. So they came in, dude, they hit us, threw us on the yard, and Jammer's like, damn, dude, my bag of meth's out. They're going to find it. And I said, yeah, my tobacco's out too. He's like, well, screw your little tobacco, homeboy. That ain't nothing. I'm going to catch a charge. And I said, no, Jammer, I will take that meth charge. If the cops would have found it, which they didn't, I would have stepped up and said, you know, it's mine, even though it was Jammer's. Because he was already doing a fat 6-year term. He has strikes. I didn't have any strikes. He's an older homeboy. This is early in my career. Dude, I would have stood up and took that bag off of Jammer, brother. But what happened is the cops went in there and they found my tobacco. And they got so excited about finding my tobacco that they ended the search right there. Didn't continue searching, didn't find the meth. Now, if I'm a cop, bro, and I find tobacco, that's going to be the beginning of my search, not the end. I'm going to be like, all right, I'm starting to find things. Let's keep going. Not like, oh, we found it. Time to stop. Dude, whatever the case, maybe it was God's hand of protection on me, bro. They didn't find the meth, so trip out on that. Found the tobacco, though. I went to the hole for it like a month later. Trip out. It's another great story. All right, so Crookside Wood. That's a good homeboy of mine. What's up, brother? Crookside Wood says, Times tattoos got someone in trouble. Bro, I can tell you a time when a tattoo got somebody in trouble. It's not what you might think, though. Trip on this. There's a homeboy named Billy from Bakersfield. JTB knows him. Jess the barber has done time with Billy from Bakersfield, and he knows him. And he knows he's the type of dude to push the hard line. He's tough. He likes to fight. And he has an attitude, a chip on his shoulder. And, dude, he acts like a badass. JTB will co-sign that. Billy thinks he's all that in a big bucket of boats, homeboy. But Billy is bumping heads with this dude named Shameless over a chick. So Shameless tattoos on his side, Billy is my bitch. Shameless tattoos that on his side, bro. Billy is my bitch, bro. Because he hates Billy because they're fighting over a chick. Now I'm in A-Yard, Wasco Reception, A4 with Billy. Shameless is Wasco Mainline A2. He's an A2, we're an A4. The only thing that's separating us is A3, homeboy. Billy could have went to the yard, found Shameless, and got her run back. Pushed up on him like, what's up, fool? What, you got, I'm your bitch tattooed on your side? Dude, I need that off in blood. I need to cut that off. I need to cover it. I need to burn it. He should have done something. Instead, Billy just hid in the cell. He didn't bust a grape. He didn't bust a grape. Quiet as a church mouse. So you could say a tattoo got somebody in trouble. You could say the tattoo, Billy is my bitch, got Billy in trouble. Because he didn't go do anything about it. And Billy had a reputation for being a badass, but not after that. Homeboy, after that, people looked at Billy like he's straight old Willie Lump Lump. You're just going to let dude walk around on the same yard as you and not even make an attempt? You should at least quit running from the door, bro. If you get stopped by the cops or shut down, that's one thing. But just to hide in your cell? I'm drawing. Not coming out to your yard, homeboy. Taking a bird bath. Nah, bro, that tattoo got him in trouble. So Joe Walker said, will people with animal abuse charges get caught up, get an issue in prison? Well, let me just tell you like this. If I was in prison, I had the keys to the building or the yard, and a dude came in with animal abuse charges, I would politic on him and get it removed. I mean, that may not be the rule all the time. That's not in black and white. I mean, it's not one of the rules, like they get got every single time. It's going to pretend. That's one of those things that's up in the air. That's one of those very few gray areas. Prison has very few gray areas, but that's one of them. If someone gets their ass whipped or not for an animal abuse charge. I guess it depends on who has the building and who has the yard, if they're an animal lover or not. Now, there was my neighbor, when I was the hole at Kern Valley, homeboy, New Delano, I was in the hole. My neighbor was a Southsider. He was doing life. He caught his third strike and was doing 25 to life for shooting a dog, bro. And so they got him for animal abuse. But the dog ran up in his yard, tried to bite him, this and that, you know, whatever, bro. And he used to always tell me, we used to talk in the vent, Splinter, do you think I'm getting out? Do you think I'm getting out, bro? And I'd say, yes, dude, I know you're getting out, bro. You're getting out, man. Bro, you're going to get out. I could tell it bothered him. I don't know how long he'd been down or how long left he had to go, but I know he was wanted out. He was stressed out. And I know that he shot a dog, bro. And you know what? They weren't tripping on him. But depends. I mean, if you came in and you chopped the dog in 7 pieces and made a stew out of it, yeah. Just depends, I guess. You know what I mean? Hey, brother. So JTB, good homeboy of mine. What's up, Justin Barber? I need a haircut, dog. He said, have I seen any knife fights? Dude, I have. I seen a crazy knife fight in the Kern County Jail, the farm, the Mel Minimum. between two Southsiders. They're from LA. This is a trippy thing about it. They're from LA, which is kind of bad because I never really got the whole rundown. Because they were if they'd been Bakersfield Southsiders, I still would have got the rundown. They try to keep things a little bit close-lipped and in-house. But it being LA Southsiders, I really never really found out much. But two LA Southsiders went head up in a mini yard. Now the farm has like this big, huge yard surrounded by 21 barracks. And all those 21 barracks have a mini yard surrounded by a chain link fence. So they came out of the barracks, bro. They were in the mini yard, and they grabbed hold of each other with one hand, shirt, and they were plugging with the other. And be like, hit, boom, and then this guy would go, boom, hit this, the other guy would stick, boom, this guy would stick, boom, then the other guy would, like they were trained 1 for 1. Dude, I'm not trained 1 for 1. I'm like trying not to get hit, and I'm doubling up, bro. I'm going to try to get 2 for your 1, and I'm not going to try to get 1 at all. But it's like they stayed there and took it. Almost like it was like playing chicken. Like just like a whole, like a manly type thing. Like, are you down enough? Are you strong enough to stay there and just stand there and get my blade? Because, dude, they were 1 for 1 in it, dude. And no one was trying to dodge. And finally, one dude took a knee. And couldn't get matched. Another dude was on him, and he won. And ambulance came, and freaking he went away in handcuffs. And never really got the lowdown on it, but it was crazy. I got into a knife fight on the streets. And my homeboys clowned me about it for months. Because me and this dude pulled a knife on each other. We were going to get busy, but we never got closer than like 3 feet. The tips of our blades never got closer than like 3 feet. Because no one wanted to make the first move. We were like, hopping, bro. My bad, puppies. Dude, they were not trying to get too close on me. And finally we just walked away, and my homies were like, bro, what was that, Splinter? It was battle. Man, not look like battle to you, but battle to me. Hey, am I cut? Nope. Then I won. But we were... Yeah, I seen a few knife fights, bro. That one in the male minimum between the Southsiders was pretty gnarly. Just trained 1 for 1. Hey, Jailbridge said, did I have a store in prison? I never had a store. I don't think I would do very well with a store, just like never did well as a drug dealer. Several times on the streets, you know, homeboy give me a ½ ounce of this, maybe I get an ounce of that, and I'm out there I end up just giving it away to my homies, partying, sharing, spending the profit, bro, same with the store in prison. I spend 40, 50 bucks in a store, I'm going to start 2 for 1 in soups and stuff. I can't do it, bro. Someone comes to me, they're hungry, Wood comes, what's up, Splinter? Got a candy bar? Here you go, dog. Do I owe you? No, brother, you don't. It's hard for me just to collect. Or not collect, just tax people. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to be like, someone's hungry, give them a soup and get 2 back. I'll be like, just give me 1, bro. Fuck it, dog. So I'll eat my own store up. What my hustle was, he asked if he didn't have a store, which I never did. And for those of you who don't know what a store is, some people get lots of tienda, lots of canteen, and they'll just sling it 2 for 1. Oh, you want a soup? I'll give you 1. You owe me 2 back on Friday. Or here, I'll give you 2 candy bars, you owe me 3. They run a store, bro. They front stuff out. I mean, it's good when you're trying to score dope, or if you're in a debt, puts you in even a worse debt. But, I mean, it's good in a pinch. I've never been able to run one. My hustle was always asbestos checks. My dad, rest in peace, passed away in 2002. I was locked up all from 2000 all the way to like 2013, 2014. Steady in. And that whole time, I would get asbestos checks, bro. May not be a lot. A $700 check may not be a lot out here, and there it's a grip. I would at least get $1,000 every 6 months or so. It was like $1,000 a week for a while, then $1,000 a month, then $1,000 every 90 days. Now I have now $1,000 for 5 years, bro. But I used to get those asbestos checks because my dad had mesothelioma quite often. And the crazy thing about them, bro, I could be in prison with $1,000 check from a lawyer's office made out to me, and yet give it to some gang member on the yard, and he takes it and gives me drugs for it, and somehow he's able to get it to the streets and cash it. When you would have a lot of trouble out here cashing a check that's made out to me, you can't even do that type of shit no more. I can't go into a bank with a check made out to John Doe, but my name's Chris. I can't even sign it over, sign it to me from John Doe, put it in my... You can't do none of that no more, bro. Hey, but they were able to do it. So my hustle was those asbestos checks. Never had a store, and I'm hot as fizzuck. Aaron Collins says, do Sharp or Unity have to PC up, or they just get with the program? I never heard of Unity, but if they're anything like Sharp, yes, they PC up. Sharp's Skinheads Against Racial Prejudice cannot walk the main line. Because on the main line, you have prejudiced racist skinheads. And Nazi skins, racist skinheads, and sharp skinheads are on-site mortal enemies. Never get along. They have two different agendas. One is like pushing a racist agenda. One is pushing an anti-racist agenda. They'll never be friends. They'll never be buddy-buddy. And sharps wouldn't even be in trouble just with the skinheads, bro. They'd be in trouble with the woods, too. Just coming in with an anti-racist agenda in prison is not going to work. Because their agenda is there is racism and separation. And not just by the woods, by everybody. By everybody, bro. So every race wants to stick to their own race, homie, and have their own thing in California. So to come in and be like, I'm against that. No, bro. Sharps and Unity, whoever the fizzluck that is, they're going to piece you up. And I never met a sharp skin in prison. And I'm sure they were there, bro. They just hid. Except for that one dude. Remember I told you there's a story about this skinhead living with this Jewish guy. And then he had to move out. He was all bummed out. And then I saw that he had that sharp helmet tattooed on his thigh. The little helmet thing. Homeboy said, yeah. I caught one in there. He was on the down low, brother. I didn't pull his covers either. Okay, so Kelsey Preston said, favorite place to do time. Dude, I love to do time in Wasco Reception. Wasco State Prison. I just love it. I'm very, very comfortable in Wasco Reception. Because I've been there so many times, dude. I've probably been to Wasco Reception 15 times at least. Just in and out. I've been to all the every single building in D Yard. Homeboy, all the C Yard, H Yard. I just have been there so many times, bro. I've paroled from there. I've been sent to main lines from there. It feels like home. And it's in Bakersfield backyard. So no matter what building you go to, boom, there's Bakersfield. No matter where you go, hey, there you are. Go to Wasco Reception, you're going to see Bakersfield homeboys, bro. I just love Wasco Reception, dude. I just love Wasco, period. Great place to do time. They really, did I remember on Tuesdays, it used to be pancakes, oatmeal, and this like pink yogurt that was fire. And what you do is you put the yogurt in the oatmeal and rip up the pancakes. You mix it all together, bro. Then one day the yogurt was gone. And it was just pancake and oatmeal. Not nearly the same without it. Then, bro, at night they used to give you a little piece of butter. A little pat of butter. And I used to put the butter on my brownie. I love it, bro. Get you a brownie, put the butter on it. Then one day, butter just gone. Never came back. The microwave burritos on burrito night, used to get 2. The microwave burritos. One day, one disappeared. You got one burrito, and the other one never came back. So Wasco Reception, Wasco Prison has disappointed and let me down several times, but I love to go I love to go rest my neck there, homeboy. Hey, brother, so, Steve32AZ says, do any wood cars have rivalries towards other wood cars? Yes. I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know if many people know this or not, but north-south do not get along when it comes to peckerwoods. Just like the Hispanics, homeboy, have norteño, serrano, a north-south division within the Hispanic cars. Same with woods. But we don't have a separation of name like norteño, serrano. We're just all woods, NorCal wood, SoCal wood. We get along better than they do, I suppose, but we do not get along. Bro, I mean, the worst time I ever did when I was at Mule Creek Level 1, way back in the day, and it was just all Sacramento woods. And if you weren't from Sacramento, you were from like Modesto or Stockton or something. Hey, homeboy, it was all NorCal woods. Just only a couple SoCal there, bro. And it's a rough time to do. They just look at you like you're just got nothing coming. Damn near, dude, an enemy, I would say. I felt like I treated like, yeah, bro, it was not a good time, that Mule Creek. Because of my own people, because of the woods in NorCal, bro. Set tripping. So yeah, lots of set tripping. Bro, and I've done the same. There have been places I've been where there have been tons of SoCal woods and just 1 or 2 NorCal, and I've been, you know, lift my nose up at them. No, I don't have a extra cup or just whatever. Just like when I got to Soledad Toradorm. And that dude, I talked to my neighbor, he was from Sacramento, Glenn. And I was like, hey, bro, I come from Reception County Jail, been down for a while. I'm just now hitting the main line. You got some music I can listen to? When you get to main line, it's one of the first things you want, music. If you like music like I do. Because there's no music in County Jail, no music in Reception. Now it's months since you've been arrested and you finally hit a main line. Slide me a Walkman, bro. Let me reminisce. This dude from Sacramento gives me a Walkman with no headphones. He's like, here's a Walkman. See if you can go around and hustle up some headphones. I'd like to share mine. I just gave the Walkman back. Like, oh, I see what type of dude you are. Don't even trip. Give me like half and half. Take the batteries out too. Here, go get your own batteries and your own. You know what I mean? It's just they set trip, dog. They set trip. And I've set trip too. So that's just how it is. That's just the way it is. Tone 5158 said. Let me see something real quick. Tone 5158 said, what happened to your workman comp settlement? Like about a year and a half ago or so, I had me a really cool job as an electrician apprentice. I did a job in Bakersfield building this battery plant. Then they sent me to the Sierra Nevadas, the mountains of Nevada, to build a big solar plant. On the last day of the job, I got in a fight with a freaking alcoholic co-worker of mine. He cheap shot at me and tackled me from the side, broke my finger. I ended up filing a workers' comp. They denied it. I went through the process and fought them, sued them. I got $20,000 out of it, but I had to pay my attorney. I got $17,000 at the end of April. Now we're almost into September, April to May to June, July to August, almost 5 months ago. Don't have not a nair nickel left. Not a red cent left of that. Gone, been gone, homeboy. But you know, I did some good things, bro. Our shower was broken for years. Not years. Why do you exaggerate like that, Splinter? I'm not the one who said years. It was my brain. My mouth just didn't stop it in time. Stop that, brain. A good year, our shower was broken, and I was unable to fix it. Had to cough up $300-400 for some dude to come fix it. I didn't have the $300-400 ever laying around, dude. We bird bathed, so that was nice. The power in the garage got messed up. The TV was messed up. We needed a new screen. I got a truck. So, I was wise with it. I did some cool things, but I was also unwise and did some uncool things. But yeah, got that money, 17 G's in April. Gonzo. Been gone. New York Yank Me said, any suicides in prison? Yes, when I was in the hole. O-wing at Soledad. The dude next to me hung himself, bro. It was crazy. He was there on a 13-year sentence. Already been down 10 years. Had like 2 left. So, bro, you've been down 10, only have 2 left. You're home. That's considered short timing, bro. Like, you're way over the hump. I mean, if you've been down 10, bro, and you got 2 measly years to go, why would you even consider? But he did. And the crazy thing about it, bro, is he hit the whole Soledad with us. He thought he was in trouble. What this dude Yosh said. This other lifer named Yosh. He had a Yosh crotch rocket on the street. That was his nickname, Yosh, whatever. And his cellie was the butcher, because he was the barber. They called the barber the butcher. You know what I mean? Hey, homeboy. Yeah, this dude hung himself. Thought he was in trouble. Thought he was going to get whacked in the hole. When he wasn't even in trouble. Yosh is like, dang, I wish he would have talked to me. I wish he would have shot me a kite. I could have told him everything was cleared up. You're not in trouble. Even if he was in trouble, bro, at the very most, he would have got like a razor slice. He wouldn't have lost his life, bro, on that yard. Because the gunner's like this. I'd seen several attacks on that yard. People were in trouble, and it never cost them their life, bro. So I don't know why he went off himself thinking he was in trouble. But he did. And the crazy thing about him offing himself, dude, it was his business as usual. I mean, the cops came by. They noticed him. They brought in a stretcher. They took him out. They came in and cleaned his cell. And it's just like, it's a major event on one hand. Like, wow, a guy lost his life just right there. But on the other hand, like, business as usual. Hey, excuse me on the tier. Raw man, shoot your line. I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to ask this fool if I can borrow that book. Excuse me on the tier. Splinter, shoot your line. I get a kite. Hey, let me have a shot of coffee. So we're just shooting kites and hanging out and talking and watching TV. And the cops are walking and just business as usual. This dude did that. And hung himself, no longer with us, but it's like, it's not like a day of mourning, dude, or a day of quiet, or just none of that. It just tripped me out. It was just business as usual. So, Crookside Wood, my good homeboy, said, time someone went from a hero to a zero. Bro, when I was at Corcoran, level 3, I bumped into this dude named Skip. I seen Skip. Skip was a lifer. He was the first person in Bakersfield to get 3 strikes, you're out, life. And the 4th person in California to get life. He had a 1/4 gram of dope. Dude, they offered him 4 years. He said, no, I'm not taking 4 years. They kept trying to give him 4 years. I don't want 4 years. I don't want 4 years. I want a program. Finally, they're like, okay, 25 to life. Blink. And he's like, what? What the heck? Like, yeah, a new law just came out. And we just got your ass with it. 25 to life. So, dude, he didn't know, you know, hey, homeboy, yeah, he's a lifer now. So, I seen him on the streets, bro. I drove him around, gave him some rides in my El Camino. I'm coming down from Arizona, going to Kern Valley. Skip is leaving Ironwood, going to Kern Valley. We see each other in the holding tank. Like, hey, what's up, brother? He's like, I remember you, little brother. We go to Kern Valley together. He's hitting on weed all the time. We're hanging out. I get out. I come back and go to Corcoran. Skip had went from Kern Valley to Corcoran. Now I show up at Corcoran, and there's Skip. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? And he's still hitting weed. And then we're talking, and I'm like, yeah, the homeboy Scuzz, who's a big freaking Garaga connection. Homeboy's a white Southsider. He's very deeply connected. Look, Skip is no longer alive, and neither is Scuzz. So I feel very comfortable telling this story. Scuzz was very well connected, bro. Had a big old huge bag of Garaga. And I was renting my house out to him. I told Skip, yeah, I got the homeboy Scuzz living in my pad. Skip's like, oh, I know Scuzz. Very good friend of mine. You talk about Bobby? I go, yeah. He goes, dude, here's my old lady's number. Have Scuzz call. So, dude, Scuzz called the old lady. They hooked it up. Scuzz did remember Skip. Yeah, good friend of mine. And Scuzz decided to shoot an ounce of heroin into Corcoran for the homeboys. A quarter ounce is mine. Skip's old lady's going to bring it into him. She's already bringing in weed all the time. So, well, it wasn't his real old lady. It was some secret pen pal chick he had. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, bro, hey. Brings it in, so he has a clavo of marijuana in him, and he has a clavo of Garaga in him. And he goes to sit down, he said, and shit it out, and he thinks only the weed comes out, he says. So he flushes the toilet. And then he grabs the weed and he tries to go, and there's nothing else up in there. So what Skip's story is the next day, instead of coming out and being like, here, Splinter, here's your quarter ounce, here's for the house, here's for... He came out and said, dude, I only have weed, I accidentally flushed the heroin. We're all like, what? What do you mean? He's like, yeah, I had 2 clavos in me. I had the weed, I had the heroin. I sat down on the toilet, I push, I just feel one thing plop out. I didn't know they both plopped out. He's full of shit though, dude, that would never happen. Because what you do is you take all the water out, you line your toilet with magazine paper. You don't just shit your clavos into water like it's a freaking turd, a Sunday morning turd, homeboy. No, brother. You take all the water out, you line it full of magazines, and you go. Then he would have clearly seen there was one. Plus, dude, he ain't going to just the weed and flush it. No, bro, he lied. I don't know why he lied, but he lied. And then guess what? Since he lied about it, and since I was in on it, bringing it, everyone thought I was in on the lie. People came to me like, Splinter, did Skip really flush it? I go, I don't know, that's what he told me. Yeah, right, whatever, Splinter. Or where's it at, Splinter? Get down. I know you got it. I know you and Skip got it. I'm like, dude, he told me exactly what he told you, bro. Did he flush it? He didn't tell me anything different, like, yeah, okay. Dude, looking at me all sideways eye, bro. What in the bizzuck, homeboy? I'm assed out worse than you, because you were just hoping to buy some. I actually had like a chunk coming. I'm way assed out. Then they end up snatching Skip up, putting him on potty watch, because the cops were suspicious of him having something. He tried to hide it in a burrito. Those same burritos I told you about. Used to be 2, now you get 1. Skip tried to hide his clavo in the dinner tray. They found it, bro. Then he ended up getting sick, went to the hospital, and passed away. But, dude, even though I have a lot of respect for him, he's a good older homeboy. He went from a hero to 0 that day when he brought in an ounce of Garaga that I set up and said, oops, I flushed it. And no one believed him, bro. I don't think he did. Anyways, and Kush McGee says, most savage guards. I hate how hot this room is. Bro, during the day, when the air's kicking, this is the coldest room in the house. I love it. I love this room during the day, or not just during the day, at all times when the air's on. But Sue turns the air off at night, even though I pay the PG&E. Even though I paid the PG&E, she don't want an expensive PG&E bill, so she keeps the air off. Hey, bro, I'm burning up. This is the hottest room in the house at night when it's hot, bro. But the coldest room when it's cold. No, I mean, hey, bro, so, the homeboy, Kush McGee said most savage guards. Okay, look, the male minimum, Kern County Farm. Like I said, 22 barracks. Sometimes I get it confused, 21, 22. There's 22 barracks surrounding this big yard. And like I said, they all have mini yards. And when the yard is open, you have 1,000 people walking around. Something close to that. I mean, 40 times 22. I don't know what the exact math is on that. But I don't know what that is either. Hey, homeboy, but, I got a text is what I'm saying. Hey, homie, most savage guards. So we're on the farm. There's 1,000 people walking around. You're not supposed to go in any other barracks. You're only supposed to go in yours. If you live in Barracks 6, you can only go in and out of Barracks 6. But dude, there's a lot of drugs being moved around. There's fights, there's politicking, there's weapon stock. You have a lot of reasons to go in Barracks 8, and then in 14, and then in 16. When it's yard time, you're going to be in and out of all kinds of barracks. You just hope you don't get caught by a cop. And you probably won't because no cops are on it. And how could any cop keep track of 1,000 inmates and 22 barracks? We all look the same with a shaved head and tattoo and blue clothes, and you just see people scattering in this barracks and out that barracks. There's no cop like standing by the gate, like checking. Just people are in and out. But there's one cop, Robocop. That's what they nicknamed him. And they finally said, you know what, when Robocop is on, hide the drugs. No one move drugs around. No one move weapon stock. No one move hot kites. Just kick it. Because he was on it, bro. I live in Barracks 6, but I would walk into Barracks 10. As I came walking out of Barracks 10, Robocop would be there and he'd go, hey, come here. Because he saw me from across the yard walking to Barracks 10. Dude, you would walk into a barracks and you'd walk out and he'd be there. He had people up against the wall. He knew where everyone lived. Had everyone memorized, bro. So you would walk into a barracks and not yours, and when you came walking out there, Robocop would be searching you. Or you would go into a barracks and not yours, and he'd come right behind you. Hey, what are you coming in here for? Why are you coming in 12? You live in 4. So he knew where 1,000 people lived. He made it very impossible to run drugs because you could not go in and out freely of those 22 barracks because Robocop was on it. He knew who was who. And he would go like into Barracks 1, which had a good vantage point of the whole yard, and just sit there and look out the window. He had binoculars, and he would see people walk into Barracks 14 from Barracks 1 with his binoculars. Then he'd walk out Barracks 1, walk over to Barracks 14 and catch you, bro. So many people got caught with dope. So many people got caught with weapons. In Kern County, if you get caught with a shank, a filetto, you're going to court, bro. You're going to catch 2 more years. You're going to catch an in-house term. An in-house charge, bro, for weapon. They will get your ass, brother. Hey, so I hope you like the viewer's choice. Shout out to everybody. Much love. I'm super grateful for all the questions. I apologize for my absence. Let's do some shout outs, bro. Let's do some shout outs. So, right here is people who help out and donate with the pets. A Thurn came up with it. A Thurn came up with it. And after that, just a couple days ago, Ben Mack shot me a donation for the pet. So A Thurn and Ben Mack have shot me some donation for the pets, homeboy. The people who have added themselves to the Rockstar list shot me a little donation for Rockstars lately, because if you shoot me $5, $10 for a Rockstar or 2, I'll write your name right here and I'll shout you out. And so, Derek, the Vice President, Rudy, Alexander, and Dustin. Dustin also got a hoodie. Homeboy, David, I have not had a chance to send out your ponyo yet. I apologize. Nate Nash, I'm still sending you something. I apologize. And Benny Blanco, where you at, homeboy? 87 members. I love you guys with all my heart. 75 street soldiers, 70 key holders, and a lifer. Superboxcolorado.store is a badass box I'm selling. A cable box. You will get anything. You can watch every football game. You don't know how frustrating it was this weekend to be betting on the Denver game, but I couldn't watch it. Okay, I wasn't betting. My homeboy was betting. But I root for him, because if he wins, he usually breaks me off $1 or 2. So I was rooting for Denver, bro, but I couldn't actually watch the game. With that super box, homeboy, I should have had my box hooked up. I don't. Hey, had I had my box hooked up, I could have watched it. If you get a box, you're watching every game. Now, these people right here are our new members. CNC Tech, Aaron, Bill Nye, and Kid Rocks are the new members. Much love to you guys. I love you guys. Wade and Derek, shout out to them, because they, between the two of them, brought in 15 new members they gifted, bro, on our live the other day. Wade and Derek, the Vice President, gifted us a bunch of members, bro. A bunch of people are members because of those two dudes. Shout out to them, bro. Shout out to CNC Tech, Aaron, Bill Nye, and Kid Rocks, brother, for the new members. A Thurn and Ben Mack for helping out the pets. I could always use help with the pets, bro. We feed colonies of cats. I have cats and dogs galore. You wouldn't imagine how they go through the food. I can always use help. These people have shot me rock stars. Thank you for Dustin, Alexander, Rudy, and Derek, the Vice President. They've shot me love lately. In future videos, I will shout out everybody. I'm not going to do it right now. Much love to the Point of View crew. Much love to the 87 members, the old and the new. Much love to the people who shot in their questions. Hey, man, I love you guys with all my heart, man. I love you guys. Sincerely, bro. With all my heart. Thank you for watching this video. I apologize for my absence. It's not going to be a habit. I'm back, bro. And I'm back with a vengeance. I'm going to be kicking some major ass. These videos. North Daniels Loose House. Resident Slices Homie. Black Southsiders. Hey, let me know if there's a video, if you have a good idea for a video. Or if you have a good story you'd like to share. If you want to tell me your prison story, I'll tell it verbatim, dog. Just how you told to me, I'll tell it to them. I'm going to cut the string and let it fly. Peace.